I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we have a story about according to a recent poll, Americans do not want a rematch between Biden and Trump in the 2024 presidential election. Americans are taking a been there, done that approach to the 2024 presidential election among Democrats and Democratic leaning independents. 58% of voters prefer someone other than President Biden as their standing bearer in 2 years, and 49% of Republicans and Republican leaning independents say the same about President Donald Trump, according to a Washington Post ABC News poll released Sunday. While 44% of Republicans support Trump being their nominee, only 31% of Democrats back a Biden run for re-election. That's just... The poll also found 62% of Americans would be dissatisfied or, quote, angry if Biden won, and 56% would feel the same if Trump was victorious. This poll. Trump announced in November of last year that he's running for president for a third time, but faces, President Biden says he intends to seek his re-election, but has not formally announced the 2024 campaign. Just over a third of Americans say they would be enthusiastic or satisfied, but not enthusiastic. Hold on. Okay, I don't understand. Over a third of Americans, 36%, say they would be enthusiastic or satisfied, but not enthusiastic if Biden won. I don't understand that. 43% say the same about Trump. Let me just read that one more time. Just over a third of Americans, 36%, say they would be enthusiastic or satisfied, but not enthusiastic. Okay, I don't. Maybe I'm completely wrong about that. Only 7% would be enthusiastic if in a Biden victory, compared to 17% for Trump. In a hypothetical 2024 matchup, Trump has a 48 to 45 edge over President Biden, which falls in the polls margin of error. If Trump ran and won, 83% say they would, of Republicans say they would view it positively, while 78% of Democrats say the same about a Biden win. This poll literally doesn't make sense. Right? Like, it just literally, at the 2-year point of his presidency, President Joe Biden is still struggling with his approval rating at 42%. That's actually not that bad. Say they strongly disapprove, and 10% disapprove somewhat of the job he's handling. At the same time, 18% strongly approve, and 24% approve somewhat of Biden's presidency. And 41% of Americans say they're financially not as well off since Biden took office, and with 16% saying they're better off and 42% saying they're about the same. 41%, that's interesting. 58% disapprove of how Biden is handling the economy. Asked about the classified okay, we're not even going to get into all of that. Okay, so there was one number that this is the number that shows you why polls almost don't make any sense at all. So the first numbers, these numbers are kind of hidden, but somehow, how does this make sense? If Trump ran and won, 83%, so a strong majority, over 2/3 of Republicans say they would view it positively, while 78% of Democrats say the same about a Biden win, right? So hold on. How is that possible, right? If 83% of Republicans say if Trump won, and if he ran and won, they would be happy, and 78% of Democrats say if Biden ran and won, they would view it positively, right? That's what they said. That's their term, right? Okay, so hold on. There's another number that just seems like, how is it even possible? So there was that 83% say it's good if they're Republicans, and 78% say it's good if Biden ran and won, right? So, and then there's this poll over here that, where was it? Among Democrats and Democratic-leaning independents, 58% of voters say they prefer someone other than Biden. So how can these are Democrats, among Democrats, right? Among Democrats and Democratic-leaning independents, only 58%. Well, not only, a majority, 58% of voters prefer someone other than President Biden, and 49% of Republicans and Republican-leaning independents, 49% say they would prefer someone other than Trump, right? So there's that number which comes early in the second paragraph. Everyone reads that. But then we go down here and literally we just have the exact same thing. It says if Trump ran, 83% of Republicans say they would view it positivity. And 78% of Democrats say they would view the same about a Biden win. So how can those numbers be true? Who knows what's going on there? It's still early. Election season hasn't started at all yet. Obviously, next year around this time, we'll be pretty deep into elections, the 2024 election. So we have an entire year. These numbers are going to change. There's literally only one candidate in the 2024 presidential election at the moment. That's Donald Trump. He has announced his intention to run for the Republican nominee. Biden hasn't really announced if he's going to be running again for a second term. Everyone's assuming that he is. And I think at the end of the day, I think Biden's going to beat Trump again. Like, it just seems like it. I'm a little bit shocked that Democrats haven't really backed up Biden in the last 2 years as much as I think they probably should compared to, but it was easy the first few years, the first year or two to be like, well, anyone but Trump, and now Democrats kind of want Biden to do his thing and not really just worry about Trump. But at the end of the day, it's going to have to be, it's going to be a choice. Now, you could either vote for Biden, vote for Trump, or vote for, no one, right? That's what it's going to come down to. Trump is probably going to win the Republican nominee. Biden is obviously not going to be challenged by the Democrats. No one in the Democratic Party is going to challenge him. So these two will most likely win. So the question is, who are you going to vote for? Biden, Trump, or no one? My vote will be for Biden, and that's a very easy choice. But I'm Jason, the world is yours. Today we had a kind of a confusing poll, which polls are usually meant to be, but we have a poll that basically, at the end of the day, Americans don't want another race between Biden and Trump in 2024. Who are you going to vote for? That's my question. Biden, Trump, or no one, right? Or you could put another person's name in there if you want to just throw out a random name like Bernie Sanders or Kanye West, right? If you want to be a part of that team, that's cool. But my question is between Trump or Biden or no one. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.